Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It's Monday, April 10th. I hope you had a good weekend. I spent time with family on Sunday. It was nice to see folks. And then I promptly didn't sleep very well last night. Just a massive patch of insomnia. So if I'm a little lower energy, I'm a little bit tired. But I haven't read in a while and I want to do that. So buck up. We'll do a couple readings. I'm trying to see maybe if, when I'm a little more tired, my mind relaxes a little bit and maybe things flow a little better. So today I want to read on the Supreme Court and its ruling on what its ruling might be, or kind of where they're looking at right now with the abortion drug. That one Texas judge said the FDA has to rescind their approval of it. I've never heard of such a thing, ever. And who's this judge? You know? And then another judge in Washington State basically said, don't you dare. So off to the Supreme Court it will go. And how is the Supreme, given everything that the way things are now, how is the Supreme Court likely to rule on this? Of course, we could have new justices on the Supreme Court soon too. But isn't it nice to have control of the Senate? All right, so what's the Supreme Court going to do with this current situation involving the abortion pills? Okay, we got the King of Swords as a signifier card. So they're going to have to make tough choices. And that's like intelligent choices. I'm a little concerned it's a man and not a woman. There's no emotion with this one. And it's crossed with delusions. Oh, dear God. I don't like how this is starting. Okay, and maybe it's all right, because maybe, again, you have to make tough choices and you have to look past all the cray that's going to be associated with this, right? Because this is just a crazy situation. The removal of women's rights, their right to choose, their reproductive rights, and having men impose their will on it. What dystopian world have we found ourselves in these days? Okay, so in the past, the Supreme Court used to represent justice. And it was, it seemed fair and balanced and just, but recent events over the last several years, starting with, the Federalist Society placing members on there, Mitch McConnell preventing Merrick Garland from getting on to the Supreme Court, and then ramming through a couple of another Supreme Court justice just after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and before the new Congress came in, as well as ramming Judge Kavanaugh down on us. Yeah, justice is in the past. With the Supreme Court, it needs an overhaul, like so many things. Current situation, long-term planning. Looking at, I think right now they're looking at the items that are coming in the docket. And they're getting ready for this course, because this is this is going to be a big case, and it's going to have far-reaching repercussions. So I don't think the gravity is lost on the members of the court, and they're going to need to do something about it. And that they're running out of time to not do stuff on this. So they have to make up their mind. Is it states' rights or is it not states' rights? How can a judge in Texas decide what women in Washington can do? That's my question. Overarching energy is the emperor. Of course it is. It's dictatorship. You're going to do what we tell you to. And, in some ways the Supreme Court does get to do that, but at the same time, the overarching energy of this country is that push towards authoritarianism. And are we going to, on the one hand, say it's states' rights to regulate a woman's reproductive rights, and then say it's the Supreme Court that one state can tell another state what to do with it? They need to make up their mind. I swear to God, they're all over the place. Overarching energy is the King of Cups. This is what they have to deal with. They're going to have to deal with Joe Biden. They're going to have to deal with the men and the women in this case who don't want this. These could be emotionally mature people. These aren't people screaming that their pronouns are wrong, or if we don't put a wall on the border, bad things are going to happen. These are people that are putting together reasonable arguments. We have the King of Swords, but it's going to be balanced with the King of Cups. I was talking about the emotions. Well, the emotions just showed up, right? Because you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to make a tough choice. What's it going to be? Temperance, integration. Okay. That's a pretty good card. I don't know how it's not like they can kick this back, you know what I mean? And say they don't have jurisdiction. So I think they're going to have to deal with it. And I think they're going to integrate. They're going to integrate and purify. I don't think they're going to uphold the ban for the simple fact that a ban in one state's going to impact a ban on the other state. They may try and thread the needle with their rulings that maybe certain states can ban it. But what's interesting again is the FDA approves this. The states don't get to tell the FDA, it's a federal agency. They don't get to tell the FDA what they can or cannot approve. I mean, your state can ban it, but you can't tell the FDA that they have to overturn their decisions. That's ludicrous. That's absolute cray-cray town. Okay, but temperance. I think this will resolve itself. I'm not fully convinced that everything will be put back the way it was, but I suspect it'll be closer to the way it was than what this Republican judge would like to see done with it. Underneath it all, it's the money. This is, I think, like your Federalist Society, and all the money that they've been putting in to lobby for Supreme Court justices over these years, and getting a 6-3 advantage on the court. And this is also campaign money. This is donor money. This is all the money that's underneath this. Even that judge who made that ruling, it could be finance. It could be fundraising off of it too. Republicans will fundraise off it. The Democrats will fundraise off of it. Everybody's going to fundraise off of this thing until we finally codify women's reproductive rights. Seems ridiculous that we have to do that, but that's the society we live in. So, what's going to happen? I'm thinking that for the most part, it's going to be unchanged, but there might be some changes that might give the states more leeway as to what they approve and disapprove. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Give it a like and a thumbs up. Share it. Subscribe if you haven't. Do all the YouTube things that help promote the channel. I do appreciate all your patronage. I'm well above 500 subscribers now, on my way to 1,000. And I'm looking forward to hitting that milestone. Thank you very much for enjoying this ride with me. Have a great night.